it instead of the drama. 'Cause when it pop off, it's like, oh my. Hard on the flip side. So tell me we'll be on a date, babe. I could keep that same energy. When you go low, I go low too. But you'd rather stay high, I know you. Can we stay high, babe? I'd rather be on that wave.
Yeah, what's good? What's good, family? What is good? What's good, family? What's good? What's good? I'm broadcasting live on YouTube right now. So go over to YouTube and join me for tonight's show. We're talking about, do women really want an alpha male? Come over to YouTube and join the conversation. That's where we at. Let's get it. We're going to get started in a couple minutes here. We'll give people a little bit of time to join the stream. I will not be staying on Instagram, so if you would like to join the conversation, the link is pinned there for you. We just over here just telling you to get on over, and we're gonna kick it up. We're gonna chop it up over on YouTube. So let's pop over there, join the conversation. We're gonna be starting in a couple minutes. I got my drink ready. We gonna chop it up tonight. Talking about, do women want alpha males? If you want to be part of the conversation, go over to YouTube. If you would like to be part of the conversation, we're talking about alpha males and do ladies really want them? I got the heat for you tonight. I got the heat. I got the info. You know how I always do. I always come with the information. So join me over on YouTube. Deeper One. And let's have a discussion. I'm only going to have the Instagram live up for about 15-20 minutes. Come on over. We're going to get it popping. What is good? What is good, family? This is Deeper One. Welcome to tonight's show. Sunday night. We are talking about tonight, do women really want alpha males? Now, I've gotten a lot of requests for this particular topic. We had to cover the alpha beta male discussion because a lot of y'all be getting that wrong. You be getting the meaning of alpha and beta males wrong. It seems like everybody has their own different, varying opinion of what an alpha male is, and a good majority of the time, the definition ain't even it. So we're gonna start off defining what an alpha male is, defining what a beta male is. There's a couple little other ones that we might dab into, or like the omega. I think there's omega, delta males, but tonight we really getting deep into the alpha male. What the alpha male is. Do women really want the alpha male? We're going to talk about it tonight. We're going to get started here in a couple more minutes. Just give a few more people time to come on to the show. In the meantime, if you need some coaching, you need a little bit of help, head on over to deeperone.com. Book a session. Come and let me coach you. Whatever you need. You need motivation. You need accountability. You need to leave his ass alone. You need to change. Come through. Come through. Set up a session, set up a consult. See what we can do to help you get started on your change. It's 2022. It's a season of change. We got to get back to normal. So it's time to get it. All right, let's get started. Oh, hold on. Let me show the chat. Yeah, look at Tom. Tom, what's good? Tom, you made it. Good job. Things are coming through, Tom. Let's get to the business. Now, we done talked about this a couple times. I've had varying conversations with different women in regards to what an alpha male is, what they think an alpha male is, right? And everybody got their own definition. But there's one thing that I did notice across the board when I asked this question, and it was this raw, just actually terrible definition of an alpha male. Every woman that I asked what an alpha male was gave a description of, oh, he's egotistical, he's an asshole, all of that. That's what it is. That's what they've given me. And I'm like, what? That's all you came up with? I've gotten that. I've gotten, oh, well, he's just a provider, and that's it. And I'm like, that's all you think a alpha male is? That's all you got? You're being misled right now. So we're going to clarify and verify that tonight. And we're going to talk about what the ladies really want. And we're going to talk about some of the myths. Some of the myths of what the ladies want when it comes to regards to that. Let me turn that off. And let's get into it. Now, I'm managing, like, tonight. I'm not going to stay on Instagram as long. But I'm checking to see how long they're going to let me stay on tonight, because when they gave me my privileges back last month, it was on the 7th, because I had a post reported on the 8th of January. They gave me live back. So I'm hoping to see tonight to see if they let me go more than 1 hour tonight. Instagram be on that bullshit. They really do. So that's why we're here on YouTube, y'all. I know some of y'all, yeah, which I don't understand why, but it's whatever. Y'all have struggled wanting to come to YouTube. But those of you that came over and joined me over here, appreciate you. Let's get down to the business. Now, I got a little story to tell before we get in it. And this story is very, very much so relevant to the topic at hand tonight. And this is a common story. All right? Common. Now, ladies, y'all might not think it's going to be common, but this is common. And I'm going to say it again. This is, y'all be saying this stuff all the time, right? All the time. Let's get into the story. And we'll talk about why the story is relevant after I finish reading the story. Here we go. She says, it's from a woman, all right? It's from a woman. And we're talking about the story is based on a conversation about where did all the good men go? Maybe they're here. But let's go. Let's continue. I am a woman of Gen Y, and I've just turned 29 years old. I've been looking for Mr. Right since I was 26, and there's one little problem I keep running into. There are no Mr. Rights lining up to marry me. Why do I believe that? I know I'm not alone here. You're not. Because I've seen plenty of articles on the internet about women just like me having the same problem. I really don't know what's wrong with me and why men aren't more interested in me. You want to know why the dudes aren't as interested, right? I'll admit I've made some mistakes. Like most women of my generation, I grew up being taught that I could do anything I wanted and that there'd never be consequences for my actions. Shit. Listen, I told myself I'm trying to cuss less on YouTube. So, y'all hear me cussing, try to be like, hey, chill. I cuss on Instagram all day, but YouTube, I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to stay in their good graces. Can't mess them up. All right, where are we at? Okay, she says, I grew up being taught that I could do anything I wanted and that there'd never be any consequences for my actions. Ladies, y'all are so damn guilty of this and you won't admit it to save your lives. But men, we know it. We know that a good majority of y'all feel the way she feels and what she just said. We know that. All right? I don't know why y'all be trying to pretend that you don't, but we do. Let's continue. I was always taught that I deserved the world and that my entire life would fall into perfect harmony anytime I wanted it to, including marriage, promptly by the age of 30. 30 is the wall. 30 is the wall. You see, being taught these notions as a little girl, I decided to do what most of my girlfriends did. Listen, I talk about this all the time because this is what many of the ladies do. Trust me, I know quite a few that did exactly this. Once I got out of high school, I spent the next 10 years finding myself by spending all of my free time chain smoking cigarettes and getting drunk in bars and clubs. She's right. She's right. A lot of ladies did this. A lot of ladies did it, and y'all thought that shit was sweet until there were many men I got involved with during this period of my life. None of them were the wholesome kind of men you could build a life with, but I didn't care. I wanted action. I wanted excitement and drama. I knew those men never cared about me and only wanted sex, but I gave it to them anyway. Some of them hit me, and a few smashed in my car windows, but whatever. Now, do you hear what she's saying? You don't hear too many women actually admit to this, but it happens. It happens, and it happens a lot. And we as men, we know this. We know it. We know it. And this is why we feel the way we feel and have certain opinions about what you ladies do with yourselves in your 20s. This is an example right here. Let's continue. There were a few really great men who came into and out of my life during this period, usually from outside the bar scene. There were many men who really cared about me, who were concerned for my well-being, and who did the little special things to let me know that they cared, but I ignored them. I did, I'll admit it. Every man who came into my life who displayed these positive traits, the kind of traits that could have led to stability and happiness, I rejected. I found them boring. Honestly, I was having too much fun with my lifestyle to ever take notice of the men who actually treated me like a human being. I was addicted to promiscuous sex with bad boys who never loved me. Most of my girlfriends were the same way. Why settle for a good man before you have to, right? Should I read that again? Should I read it again? I think I should read it again. She asked, why settle for a good man before you have to? Right? Wrong. Now, we'll continue to find out how she found out how she was wrong here. Now, I'm 29 years old. I only drink on the weekends, and I have curbed my smoking somewhat, but it's taking a real toll on my body. My looks are fading, and my biological clock is ticking. I am a single mother of one child born out of wedlock to an abusive, no-good father who never loved me or even had a relationship with me. Not that I wanted a relationship. He was just some guy I met in a bar, and I liked how he talked to me like I was dirt. What can I say? It made me hot. He's currently in prison for armed robbery. He's not coming back for another 11 years. I guess it helps to know that I'm not alone in this. And she certainly is not alone. That's one thing that I know. She's not alone. She's not alone at all. There are a lot of women in this situation. She's not alone. Nearly all of my girlfriends made the same decisions I made, and we're all having trouble landing quality marriage-minded men now that we're getting older. Where did all of those good men go? They didn't go anywhere. They're still here. Didn't they realize that all we needed was a decade of promiscuous, no strings attached sex with non-committed, low-quality men, after which we'd be ready to settle for a decent, stable man in a house with a white picket fence? I mean, what gives? I'm done chasing bad boys, and now I feel like I deserve to have a kind of hardworking man to come and marry me and be a good provider and father to my son. I don't care what he looks like as long as he's over 6 feet tall, makes good money, doesn't have kids of his own, never been married, has a nice car, has his own house, and is planning for the future, is confident, funny, independent, but not too independent though. Fashionable, suave, educated, cultured, and wants to treat me like the amazing special person that I am. Is that really too much to ask? Why can I not find a man like this? Where did all the good men go? Signed, the women of Generation Y. Should I read that load of nonsense again? Should I? But unfortunately, I know to some of y'all ladies, you're like, oh, shit, this almost damn near sound made up. No, it's not made up. It ain't made up. Do you know how many times I hear this story? A similar story? Yo, Tom, go get a drink, bro. Go get a drink. This is not an unusual story. This is a very common story. Now, why? What does this have to do with alpha males, you ask? Because this right here, this story right here actually could be a completely different show. I could do a completely different video, and we can spend 2-3 hours talking about everything in this letter alone that she wrote. But we're not, because that's not what we're talking about today. You see, the reason this happens is ladies see the bad boy as being a challenge and a mystery, and more often than not, exciting. However, after, a few heartbreaks, they finally seek out the nice guy, and this is where, people say, hey, nice guys finish last. So when women are most attractive in their 20s, they sleep with a bunch of bad boys who are also sleeping around. They get abused by the alpha jerk, and as they age, that's the wall. They hit the wall. They decide they want the guy who has his act together financially and won't screw around with them. The question is why the nice guy who has his act together would want these used up women who wouldn't give him the time of day 10 years before. This is some of the points that some of these guys be making. A lot of men look at these women and say, your sexual attraction has dropped. You probably have an STD and you're just looking for a meal ticket. I am not a consolation prize. You made your bed. I wanted a family, my own family. I don't want to raise Mr. Bad Boy's children. Pick a good guy when you are young. Be as good to him as he is to you. Or be a single mom with an STD and a zero chance for a long-term relationship. Now, the alpha male that women think about is this. They loved this in the 20s. Okay. But they don't love this now. You know, once they hit the wall, they don't love that. Now they want to get into, this is where we then kind of get into the beta male territory. But I digress. We will talk about them boys in a little bit, right? We're going to talk about them in a little bit. But this is a very common story. Women want the alpha males. They love alpha males in their 20s. And then when they're ready to settle down, they're looking at the beta males. They're looking like the beta males are good. All right. That's the point, the first point of that story. It's real life, y'all. It's real life. It's true as hell. It's true as hell, unfortunately. Happens a lot. Now, what is an alpha male? What is that specifically? Now, like I said, everybody's got their own version of what they think an alpha male is. And most of the definitions that I am given by the ladies is a bad one. All right. Those of you that are on the gram, thank you for coming through watching the broadcast. Come join me on YouTube where we're live talking about alpha males. I will not be on here very much longer on the gram, so come on over and join the conversation. Come on, join the conversation. I'm going to give you my definition of an alpha male. This definition I came up with responding to someone on my page, on my IG page, asking about, well, she basically said, well, an alpha male is just a dude that provides. That's it. That's all she said he was. She couldn't list any other traits or any other qualities of an alpha male other than somebody that spent money and paid some bills. So this is the definition that I hit her back with as far as what an alpha male is. Let's go. All right. An alpha male is a state of mind that encompasses a set of characteristics and traits that is more than just providing. Alpha males, I should have rewrote this. God, man, sometimes my English, shit. Alpha males are natural leaders with good communication skills and charismatic. Alpha males are good decision makers who are mostly stoic in demeanor, yet demand respect, makes careful and calculated moves, never reacting in emotion. Alpha males are focused and they are problem solvers. They know how to say no, they know how to correct, and they are not nice to everyone that's looking for clout. They get the job done themselves, rarely ask for help unless absolutely necessary. They definitely do not seek opinions, and they do not speak unless they know what they are talking about and can back it up with facts and logic. They lastly have a sense of humor, and they maintain balance between that and when it is time to be serious. Lastly, they have complete command and control of their life and environment. They do not tolerate any bullshit and nonsense, and they are smart and can master control of any conversation. This is what encompasses an alpha male. Now that's my definition. That's what I feel recognizes or represents the alpha male the most. Now, if anybody wanna, they want me to send that to them in the DM, let me know. That's what an alpha male is to me. Now, ladies, y'all have your own definitions, but unfortunately, your definitions don't really count. Because, ladies, you do not have the ability to tell a man what an alpha male is. Only other men can tell other men if they're an alpha male or not. We validate that. We check that box. Ladies, y'all don't check that box. We check it. Us. Okay. Us. Now, I did some research, and I've come up with, a couple places that has some other, meanings of what an alpha male is, and I'm going to share those with y'all right now. All right. So, this article I found talks about alpha male versus beta male and the difference, but they also threw in some details about the omega male. Now, the omega male doesn't get talked about a lot. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really see many omega males around. I don't see very many delta males around. You just don't see many of them. And if they are around, you're not automatically going to classify them as that. It's just not widely discussed. So we're going to try to focus mainly on alpha and beta males because that's what most people are having conversations about. They're not really having a lot of conversations about deltas and omegas. So we got two types of alpha males. But I'm going to give you some just in general descriptions on what I managed to put together from the internet as to what those are. An alpha male has a very high level of social confidence and self-assurance. He is determined, he's not held back by fear, and comfortably takes the lead. The alpha male takes a masculine approach to women, which makes them feel feminine and girly in response. It does. That's one of the reasons why y'all like him a lot. Women respect alpha males and remain attracted to alpha males. Beta male. Beta males have mild level of social confidence and self-assurance. They have mild levels of insecurity, nervousness, and fear in social situations. They follow the lead of the alpha male because he is either too afraid or lacks the confidence and belief in himself to be the leading male. Beta males usually miss out on hooking up with women or getting a girlfriend when an alpha male is around because he makes the woman feel less attracted and he steps out of the way as the alpha male goes after what he wants. That's where the leadership coming in at, y'all. Just the leadership coming. Beta males take a neutral approach to women, which makes them feel like more of a friend. Beta males get friend zoned a lot. Women might respect him, but they are unable to remain sexually attracted to him for long because the masculine-feminine dynamic is missing due to this approach, this neutral approach. I keep telling y'all this, all right? I keep telling y'all this, and some of y'all be fighting me on it to the death. You have to have polarity. You have to have the masculine-feminine dynamic. It doesn't work when you have two masculine energies or two feminine energies trying to make that work. It doesn't work. You need the polarity. if it is not there, okay, she might fuck with you in the beginning, right? She might see you beta male because you seem safe, you seem this, you seem that. But after a while, you're done. You're done. She's going to be seeking an alpha male. And don't, fellas, those of you that are watching, and don't let them tell you anything different. Because the actions completely show that that's what generally goes on. To keep the sexual spark alive in a relationship between a man and a woman, the man's got to take a masculine approach, which in turn allows the woman to feel feminine and girly and emotional around them. This is facts, all right? Now we're talking about the omega male. I don't really know how much time I'm going to spend on the omega male. But, you know, those of you that are watching, if you listen to this and you can identify an omega male, I would love to hear about it, all right? Omega males are low to very low levels of social confidence and self-assurance. Omega males have a high level of insecurity, nervousness, and fear in social situations. The omega male follows the lead of the alpha male and beta male because he is too afraid and lacks the confidence and belief in himself to be the leading male or even the second in command. You believe that? The omega male tends to use the innocent nice guy approach with women and hopes to be liked enough to be given a chance with a woman. Women neither respect him or feel attracted to him. Now, there's nothing wrong with being a good guy to women, but the omega male approach of being an ass-kissing simp, nice guy, does not work with women, and this is why. Alright, so I'm going to play a video, and this video is going to talk about why you can't be too nice to women and why it often leads to rejection. Let's play it. Fair use, fair use. Don't worry. Hold on. Oh. We're gonna get it popping here in a minute, y'all. Dun, 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 dun. Hold on. Gotta make sure I'm on the right page. Just be patient with me, y'all. I'm getting old. Alright. Alright. Let's start the video. Oh. Okay. Well, it's not going to scroll down the video, so you just get to hear it. Here we go.
So why does being too nice to a woman often lead to rejection? Well, this is a confusing one for a lot of guys to get their heads around because...
Let me know if y'all can't hear that.
...saying that they like nice guys, and when they're talking about a guy that they're interested in, they'll say things like, he's so nice, he's so sweet. Right? So it seems like that is the key to success with women. Additionally, when you're interacting with a woman and you're being nice to her, you're being a good guy, you're giving her lots of attention, lots of compliments, and being a great guy around her, she's not going to be complaining about that. In most cases, she's going to be smiling, she's going to be enjoying the attention, she's going to be enjoying the compliments, and she's not going to be telling you to go away. And because of the positive reaction that a nice guy will get from a woman because of that, he'll want to continue doing it because it makes him feel good. Right? He's feeling good that the woman is actually being nice to him and she's smiling and she's interested in talking to him. She's not telling him to go away. So he feels, okay, I'm going to keep doing this.
Thanks,
Hopefully
Tom.
I'm going to grow on her. But why doesn't it work? Why does the woman reject him when he tries to make a move on her? Why does she say to him, oh, you're silly, we should just be friends, when he attempts to ask her out on a date or suggest having a relationship? What's going on there? If you focus on being nice to a woman and you're being too nice, what it does, it creates feelings of affection towards you, not attraction. And so if you look at the dictionary definitions, affection, a gentle feeling of fondness or liking. Attraction, a quality or feature of someone that evokes interest, liking, or desire. So if the main approach that you're using with women or with a particular woman that you like is to be a good guy around her and get her to feel a friendly affection for you, then that's not going to work, right? When you try to escalate and try to get a phone number, try to set up a date, try to kiss her, try to ask her out, she's most likely going to say no because she doesn't feel attracted to you. The things that attract women are not being good, being nice, being polite, laughing at all her jokes and things like that, right? Those things are still great to do, but they don't count for anything sexual if she doesn't feel attracted to you. So when you hear women gushing about a particular guy that they like and saying he's so sweet, he's so nice, what's actually happening is that the guy has attracted her, right? He's made her feel sexual attraction, and he's being sweet and nice to her, right? He's being a good guy, right? So she will say those sorts of things, but women don't go around sharing and explaining the reasons why they feel attracted to a particular guy.
No.
You know, so it remains a mystery to most guys as they go through life. All they hear is he's nice, he's sweet, he's handsome and things like that, and they think, okay, it must be about looks then. But that's not it at all, right? You can actually attract women by your conversation style, the type of humor that you use, your body language, by displaying certain personality traits and behaviors, and by responding in a certain way to the many tests that a woman will put a guy through. Now, women are
The
always
shit
testing
test.
guys to see
Yeah, you
how
are.
confident a guy is,
Shit test us
what
all
sort
the
of
time.
guy is, what his intentions are. And most guys fail those tests because they don't even know what's going on. They don't even know why the woman's doing it. But women have a particular girl code that they run by. They have many tests that they put guys through.
Yeah,
Most guys just don't know about it.
Listen. These beta dudes have no idea about the shit test. Now, y'all try to play us like we don't... Okay, y'all try to play us like we all don't know what the shit test is. All right? But best believe, y'all, alpha males know what the shit test is. All right? We know it when we see it. You can't hide it because a lot of the times y'all shit tests are pretty much the same. Beta males may struggle with this, and omega males definitely struggle with it.
Now, one thing I want to point out here is that there's nothing wrong with being nice to a woman, right? You can be a good guy, you can be polite, you can be well-mannered, you can be a gentleman, but only if you're also making the woman feel sexually attracted to you in many different ways. If you're only being the good, nice guy, then to her, she's only going to experience gentle, fond, friendly type of feelings, right? But that is not what leads to sex, and that's not what makes a woman want to have sex with you right now and have a sexual relationship with you. So the reason why being too nice often leads to rejection is that it creates feelings of affection rather than attraction. Making her feel affection may cause her to want to be a friend to you or to include you in her life in some way, or at least be nice to you, but it doesn't make her want to start a sexual relationship with you. What makes her feel that way is the exciting feeling of attraction. And then in addition to that, a guy that actually knows how to build up the sexual tension between himself and a woman. You know, for a guy, if he sees a woman that's attractive, he doesn't need the sexual tension to build up. He's willing to have sex with her. You know, generally speaking, most guys, they see a woman, they're willing to have sex with that woman right now.
Yeah.
But the way that it works for a woman is that she wants the sexual tension to build up. She wants to experience sexual tension based on how the guy is behaving and managing the dynamic and the interaction between them. Right? And some guys don't like that. They're like, well, no. I just like her. I want to have sex with her. I don't want to have all these games and things like that. I don't want to have to create sexual tension. I just want her to like me for being a good guy, and that's it.
Yeah, I heard that before.
That's just not what women want. You know, they want to feel attraction and want to be with a guy who knows how to build up the sexual tension so that when you actually do kiss and have sex, it's an amazing, exciting, exhilarating release of all that built up sexual tension. That's what a woman wants to experience. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this video.
And
if you want to learn how to
And guess who knows how to build up that sexual tension? Alpha males do. Have you seen a beta male really work at building up some sexual tension? Have you? They can't because they are fairly passive. They're passive. They're waiting for you to make a move. They're waiting for you to give them cues, to give them signs. They're not moving forward or showing a little bit of aggression or a little bit of chase or a little bit of hunting like qualities. They seek affection, not attraction. And they get those two mixed up and they feel like affection is attraction. Alpha males know that affection is not attraction. That's why being too nice to a woman doesn't pay off. And that is why you get these nice guys out here, these self-proclaimed nice guys out here that get real upset. And they're in their feelings about women because they walk around and they talk about nice guys lose, nice guys never get no play. Becky don't like the nice guys. The nice guys, it's not fair. That's what these beta males be doing out here, y'all. This is what these beta males doing. Alright? And you ladies, y'all, the biggest telltale sign I know that y'all be out here faking this beta male crap is when you talk about how much you don't like the self-proclaimed nice guy. Most beta males, that's that. That's that. Let's continue. All right. Alpha males are the leader and the most dominant man generally in the situation, whether it's mentally or physically. It doesn't have to necessarily be physically. It can be mentally as well. We've learned we don't live in a day and age where being stronger or weaker physically has a huge bearing on that, because we don't live the way we did back in the day when we had to pretty much fight to stay alive, fight the elements to stay alive. We don't have to do that today. A beta male is the male below the alpha male, and the omega male is the lowest ranking of the three. Since women are more attracted to alpha males than any other type of guy, if you're not an alpha male, then you're less attracted to women than you could be. Ladies, those of you that are in here, the couple of you in here, I need you to raise your hand and vouch for that statement. Well, look who it is. I want you to vouch for that. Because it's true. It's true. Y'all be trying to deny it, but it's true. It's true. I know better. I know better. Other alpha males know better. Y'all can tell us anything you want to, but we know what the real deal is, and we know that is the real deal right there. One thing that I want to point out right away is that being an alpha male is not about being a bad boy. God damn it, let me say it again. Alpha male is not about being a bad boy. Y'all kill me with talking about an alpha male is always a bad boy. So y'all you go out here in your 20s and you'll waste your body on all these dudes you perceive as alpha male because they're the bad boy. They interested in it for the drama, just upping your body count, destroying your value for these dudes, only to find out in your 30s that an alpha male is not always about being a bad boy. Them some hard lifelong lessons you learn with that one. I know quite a few people that's learned that one. A lot of guys avoid expressing their inner alpha male because they are confused about the difference between a good guy alpha male, all right, and a bad boy, assuming that to be alpha means to be mean, selfish, or bad to others. Understand, being an alpha male does not mean being mean, or selfish or always being the bad boy. Let me tell you, besides the definition that I stated earlier, and if you missed it, go back on the replay, and it's in the beginning, and listen to my definition of what an alpha male is. One of the largest traits of an alpha male is alpha males are direct. They're direct. They're very direct, okay? Direct men go after what they want. Direct men leave no room to be ambiguous. They're not playing with you. They're letting you know what they want. They're letting you know what they're chasing. They're letting you know what they're about, what they're there for. Beta males don't do that. Beta males don't do that. They're not direct that way. And think about that. If I'm waiting around for her to give me choosing signals, that's not being direct. No, is it? Is it? Is that me going after what I want by waiting for choosing signals? No, that's just me sitting there waiting, having hopes and dreams that she'll text or that she'll call, or hell, she'll ask me out on a date and pay for dinner for me. This is beta male shit. This is what these beta males be doing. They're not direct. Now let's talk about the difference between the good guy alpha male and the bad boy alpha male. Because there's a difference. The good guy alpha male is confident and mentally and emotionally balanced and strong, able to lead in situations when needed, assertive and masculine in his thinking and behavior and the way he takes action. Remember what I said earlier? Remember my definition earlier? Right along the same lines. The good guy alpha male is caring, loving, compassionate, charismatic, considerate, and friendly. The good guy alpha male loves people with an open heart, accepts them for who they are, and hoping that they feel just as happy as he does with life. That's the good guy. That's a good guy alpha male right there. The bad boy. Bad boy. Bad boy. Can't stop, won't stop. The bad boy alpha male is aggressive, selfish, emotionally unbalanced, devious, prefers to see people get hurt emotionally, mentally, or physically, can be loving, but only if it suits him. He got a little bit of narcissism, in him. A little sprinkles here and there. I need some WD-40 on this chair. I really do, because it's annoying. Hope y'all don't hear that. I hear it. It bugs me. Bad boy alpha male, no doubt you will have come across many good guy alpha males and bad boy males in your life. As you know from these experiences, the good guy alpha males are usually those who have the respect of most of the people in the group, have their pick of the women, have loads of friends, and are generally successful in life. Okay, now I'm gonna put in my two right there. I don't necessarily feel that all good guy alpha males have a ton of friends. Now, you can't be an alpha male and be a lone wolf. Okay, lone wolves tend to be more beta, more omega. But you don't always have to have a ton of friends. They're not always super successful. I mean, there's a baseline success with them. I'm going to leave it at that. Bad boy alpha males may be shown respect by others, but it's usually out of fear. But they are usually not the most liked or successful in life. They are able to attract hot women due to being confident and masculine. But if a good guy alpha male is available, a woman will go for him 9 times out of 10. 9 times out of 10. Go for the good guy. But that's if they're both present. Now let's just be honest, in reality, a lot of the times they're both not present. She doesn't have both to choose from at a good majority of the time. A good majority of the time, it's either one or the other that's showing up, and most of the time it's that one that's present. You know, let's just be honest. That's one that's present. Alright, so beta male. Let's talk beta male. The beta male is number 2 to the alpha male. Number 2. Unlike an alpha male, a beta male might slip into trying too hard to make sure that his qualities are noticed by others. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all, ladies, y'all complain about this all the time when dudes be trying too hard. Y'all don't like that. You know, hell, I don't like when women try too hard. I got a little song I play. If I think you're trying too hard, I got this song that I play indiscriminately, and then I hope that you figure it out when you listen to the lyrics as it plays. I'm just saying. All right. He may do this by bragging, telling stories that highlight his qualities, or change his personality or opinions on the fly to hopefully fit in and liked by everyone. All right. A lot of beta males do this. A lot do this. A lot will alter who they are, their personality, or what they think and feel for the woman in hopes of winning her. In hopes of winning her. That's some of the worst crap you can do. Because at some point, you're not going to be able to keep up the facade, and she gonna figure it out. And that's when she gonna bounce on you and head over to an alpha male. Beta males, y'all gotta stop doing that. The ladies, they don't like that. All right. Much of what a beta male says and does is designed to hide his insecurities and deflect attention away from his number 2 status. But people can see right through it. It is an instinct that we have. We know who the true alpha is in any given situation. And no matter what the beta says or does, it remains perfectly obvious who is number 1 and who is number 2. Listen, when you have an alpha and a beta in the room, you know who they are. You know the difference between the two. Okay, some of y'all don't. And maybe if you're drinking, you might question it, but who knows? A lot of variables can be at play. Lastly, the omega male. Now, I said I wasn't going to spend a lot of time on omega male, but I think what I'm about to read here about the omega male is important. The reason I don't like to spend a lot of time on omega males is because if we add a third into the mix as part of the major conversation between the personality traits of men, between being alpha and beta, I think there would be even more confusion, because some of these omega male traits are so damn close to beta males that you could almost get them confused. At least the difference between an alpha and a beta male, they're so distinct. You can distinctly tell the difference. But I feel like with beta and omega males, you cannot. So let's just go over a few of the omega male traits and see if we can realize some distinction between the two. The omega male is the lowest ranking male in a situation, group, or pact. In the animal world, the omega male is the one who picks at the food scraps left behind the alpha and the betas. When it comes to breeding with females, he usually misses out completely or is killed by the pack when trying to breed with a female in secret. You know any dudes, any omega males that be trying to, hit on the slide, doing a bunch of sneaky links and shit like that. Amongst humans, the omega male is the type of guy that nobody really notices, especially in social settings. He lacks self-confidence and usually comes across as being insecure, desperate, and has a low social value when he interacts with women. He lacks masculinity, which makes him feel weak and wimpy to women, and thus turns women off sexually. From an omega male's perspective, he will usually see confident guys as being bad boys, jerks, assholes, because they are not as nice, innocent, and polite as he is. He will feel as though women are crazy for not seeing how much of a good guy he is, and will think that women are making a mistake by hooking up with guys that he sees as being bad boys. Ooh, we're going to talk about that in a second. He will hope that one day people will notice that he is a good guy and deserves respect. Yet waiting around like that will simply result in him wasting his life hoping for something that will never happen. Women cannot stop themselves from feeling more respect, attraction, and love for guys who display alpha male traits and characteristics. It's simply how nature works. And this is one of the things I keep teaching y'all. I'm gonna beat it into your brains until you get it. This is nature, okay? This is nature. And this is one of the reasons why I struggle with the feminist movement, because I feel like the feminist movement is trying to basically rewrite nature. That's the way it is. Now that we've heard what omega male is, have any of you really experienced the omega male? Because what was just said about the omega male, I don't particularly feel. A lot of men, a lot of people feel like beta males have this one particular trait that we talk about as omega male, right? A lot of people say that because, again, we don't hear a lot of people talking about omega males. And I'm going to read that distinctive trait one more time, all right? Beta males usually see confident guys as being bad boys, jerks, and assholes because they are not as nice, innocent, and polite as they are. They feel as though women are crazy for not seeing how much of a good guy they are, and will think that women are making a mistake by hooking up with guys that they see as being bad boys. I'm not going to lie. There was a point in time where I felt like beta males did this. And I'm going to have to say that now that I look back, especially in some of the beta males that I know, I realize that a lot of beta males actually don't do that. That's the omega males. So we might have to start throwing these omega males into the mix, because this is a very distinct trait between the three. So that was a little bit, dabbing into the omegas. There's also the deltas. The deltas are actually below the omegas. I'm not going to talk about the deltas today because they're not really that desirable enough. I mean, they would be kind of at the low rung of the dating poll anyway. So it's not really what we want to deal with. Now, all right. So now we're going to talk about what we've talked about so far as the alpha and beta males from a male perspective. So, of course, because I always like to double down on hitting both sides, all right, we're going to hear from a woman's perspective. The ladies. So I found a nice piece where a lady talks about her thoughts on alphas and betas. And this goes back to my point in the beginning and talking about men and women generally have a different view and opinion on what they consider an alpha and beta male. And as I said before, I don't feel like women really can be qualified to label men as alpha or betas, but that's not going to stop them from having an opinion. And I found one online that I am going to share with you right now. All right. This is a nice little ditty from, let's see her name, Courtney P. Oh, you see? Listen, y'all. So I had Instagram going on my other phone, and I just looked over, like a quick flip of a second. I looked over, and my IG Live turned off. This is why. Listen, this is why I'm so fed up with Instagram in regards to lives. You know, everything else is cool, but I'm fed up. So we just gonna continue on. They just don't like me, y'all. They don't like me. That must have really made them mad. And listen, before let me go on this rant real quick. I've been good on the gram. Back in 2019, I think I was shadow banned at least 7 times, right? At least 7 times that year. 2020 was good. I didn't get shadow banned one time in 2020. I didn't get no post reported in 2020. And then I get this one post reported in January, and they trying to do me dirty. Doing me dirty. Dirty as much. Dirty. But, you know, I'm off. I did my thing. I told people we over on YouTube, so this is where we at. We over here, we over here, and I'm not logging back in. It's too much work. It's too much work. I'll keep doing my little Instagram live pop-ups. That's what we're gonna do from now on. But I can't try to manage them both. It's too much work at the same time. So okay, I'm done ranting on that. Let's move along. So we're gonna hear from Courtney, okay? We're gonna hear from Courtney and what Courtney feels about alpha males and beta males. I'm gonna be honest. Courtney says she's married, and looking at Courtney's picture, all right, she's not really the most attractive gal. But, you know, I like what she wrote, and that's fine. That'll be okay. I'll be petty, but it's whatever. All right, let's see what Courtney's got to say. A woman's perspective. Okay. Do women generally favor alpha male traits that are supposedly more attractive? Courtney says the short answer is yes. But Courtney says the beta male isn't all bad. And she feels that most men fall between the two. All right? Let's see what Courtney talking about. Mary. It might be this wine, this peach wine that I'm drinking. It's really good. Well, let's go ahead and continue on and see what Mary's talking about. So, hold on. I want to show you Mary's picture. Not Mary, Courtney. I just play. I'm playing around too much right now. Let me just get on back over here. All right. Courtney believes that an alpha male is a confident and strong-willed man who is usually, but not always, charismatic. Okay, you're wrong, Courtney. He knows what he wants and is a classic go-getter who is a strong believer in self-improvement. It is primarily a mentality and approach to life that women love and other men respect. Okay, I'll give her that. All right. What is a beta male? A beta male isn't much different from the alpha male on the surface because it isn't a physical thing, but he's usually less confident and assertive than the average man, not the average alpha, but the average man. He is also obedient, caring, and kind, and these characteristics are definitely good, but only in moderation. Now, you heard what she said. She liked all that softness, but only in moderation. And sometimes beta poured on a little too thick. Hey, Courtney, I'm with you here. Unfortunately, the beta male can also be obsessive and needy at the same time. When the last two traits are dominant or become very pronounced, the man becomes a beta male. She hit the nail on the head right there. I will give Courtney this. I'm going to give Courtney this. She's right here. She's right. She's right. When these beta males, they're real needy and obsessive, and that's flips you over in beta male land. But I'm not going to automatically say that they were alpha male to begin with. Like, you just can't, an alpha male just doesn't suddenly flip into being obsessive and needy. Okay, they don't just suddenly flip into that. So I'm gonna say I'm down the middle with Courtney. Okay, I'm about 50-50 with Courtney. Now she talks about who is more attractive, and obviously that's the topic of this live tonight. Courtney says, generally, yes, women are more attracted to alpha males, but you may be surprised to know that women don't even use the term alpha or beta in day-to-day discussions about men. What y'all think? Y'all think she right about that? I don't know maybe if y'all talk about it verbally or you text back and forth or you in group chat talking about alpha beta men. But best believe if it comes up in social media, y'all jump in on conversations. So I'm gonna go down the middle with Courtney on that. This is because what attracts us are certain personality traits in men, and it just so happens that men with more alpha mindsets tend to carry these traits. She's correct. Furthermore, a man who is too alpha can be just as unattractive as a man who is too beta. So like all things in life, balance is important. I agree with you, Courtney. She's spitting right there. She's spitting. All right. So Courtney now goes into some differences in characteristics between alpha males and beta males from a female perspective. Okay, we've already touched the male perspective, so now we're going from a female perspective. And listen, I gotta give Courtney credit because Courtney is doing better than a lot of these gals out here that have just wild definitions of what they think alpha is or characteristics that don't make no sense. It's usually characteristics that really serve them more so than anything. Confidence. Most alpha males are confident and secure in themselves, and that's a turn on. Y'all love that. We cannot be in denial of that. I don't even need to go anything even further. We know that. Assertiveness. Oh, wait. Courtney says a woman doesn't want to deal with a man who isn't confident because he may feel the need to degrade her to make himself feel better. Is that true? Mary, since you're the active lady speaking in the chat right now, I would believe it is. Assertiveness. An alpha male is likely to go for what he wants and do swiftly and decisively. He knows what he wants and he is ready to do whatever it takes to get it without procrastinating. The beta male is more likely to beat around the bush and throw hints instead of being forthcoming and direct. What did I tell you? Directness. If your man's ain't direct, I don't care about anything else that he's doing. Alright? If he ain't direct, he ain't alpha. Period. Women love assertiveness and being direct. Now, some women take being direct as being a little bit too dominant. To me, if that's an issue that they have, that is an internal issue that they need to work with and deal with on their own. I don't necessarily agree with that. Because I love being direct. I'm very direct. I am My directness is precise and surgical. And that actually that does bother a few women here and there when I'm direct like that. But it is what it is. Let's go. All right. Beta males actually get themselves in the friend zone. Wait a minute. Okay. I had to make... I don't know what the hell she's saying here. She says this is actually how a lot of men end up in the friend zone. It's not because women don't like nice guys. Y'all love nice guys, but nice guys are usually extremely passive. Facts? This right here. This, and this. Courtney, right here, hit the nail on the head. And I'm going to have to share with you Courtney's point right here, because I think y'all need to see it in the flesh. Okay? Hold on. All right. Courtney says, okay, alphas are the real nice guys. Courtney's spitting hard right here, all right? Speaking of nice guys, most beta males put on a facade of being nice with an expectation to gain something in return, usually the affection of their love interest. You can usually find these types on social media complaining that women don't like nice guys. They complain because they try to use their niceness as currency with women, and it doesn't work. Whoa, boy! Is Courtney spitting? Or what, y'all? Is she spitting right here? Courtney's spitting. She's spitting hard with this one. Women say this all the time. All the time. Now, in Courtney's world, Courtney feels that more betas do this. Now, I would debate that somewhat. I would probably say more omegas do this, but as I previously stated, we don't talk about omegas very much. Like hardly at all. So most people are going to feel that this is a beta, a pure beta tactic, and it's not. And she goes on to say, true alphas are kind, polite, respectful, considerate, and courteous with everyone, not just their love interests. And furthermore, they are naturally like this by nature and expect nothing but the same in return. Courtney was spitting here, all right? Spitting, big time. The last two, she says alphas take action, which, we all know. And alphas have ambition, which we all know. Mary, which part don't you agree with, Mary? Talk to me. What part don't you agree with? Help me out. Mary don't agree. Let's see what Mary don't agree with. Let's move on. All right. Lastly, we're going to talk about these two in dating. Who does she make sound too perfect? Beta males or alpha males? I mean, listen, if you talk about alpha males, listen, alpha males are kind of close to perfection, love. Ooh, how did I guess? How did I guess you were gonna say that? How did I guess? Stand by, please. Okay. Too perfect, though. Mary, I want you to elaborate on that one for me. I mean, too perfect? I mean, really, though? Too perfect? Too perfect. Your preconceived notion of what you've been taught what alphas are. Now, we're going to feature another lady, another female perspective on the alphas, okay? Told you, I try to keep things fair and balanced. So, we're going to talk to, well, we're not going to talk to her. We're going to read what she has to say. From a gal who calls herself Emily Loves. And she wants to talk about alphas versus beta males in relationships and why it matters in dating. Well, yeah. I mean, but we all have our our good and our not so great traits, but we can't always counter one point with the opposite point just because the opposite point isn't being discussed. What we're talking about is, do you prefer alpha males? And so far, based on what we have heard from the male and female perspective so far, is that women prefer alpha males. Okay. So let's see what good old Emily Loves has to say about alpha males and beta males in dating. She's going to tell us a story. So let's go. My boyfriend of 8 years and I started running into some problems and even separated at one point in order to sort our feelings out. A lot of the struggle stemmed from my boyfriend dealing with a few major family crises the last year. It really killed his mojo, confidence, and swagger. He has some deaths in his family. His sadness suddenly made him distant, which temporarily made me lose my attraction to him. Even worse, he seemed to compensate for it by working all the time. It felt like he wasn't emotionally available enough to communicate about what was hurting him. He recently healed his pain and got his swagger back. Thank God. In a sense, he lost his alpha or masculinity that I was so attracted to. But then he reclaimed it. This reminds me of the Neil Strauss book, The Game, where he categorized himself as a beta turned alpha male. Along the same lines, one study even found a part of the brain that created an alpha-like state of mind in timid mice. Now, The Game. Tommy, if you're still in here, please tell me you've read The Game. The Game is the male's Bible to game. It's the male Bible to game. I've read The Game at least 3 times. At least. Now, The Game came out back during that time where there was this show on VH1 called, it was something Pickup Artist something. And it was about this dude that looked like Marilyn Manson, and he was like a pro. It wasn't Neil Strauss. He looked like a pro. His name, they called him Mystery. That was his name. His name was called Mystery. And in the show, he was showing men, the art of the pickup. PUA, pickup artist shit. This book is kind of where he got a lot of his stuff. It's the Bible. Every man should read it. Ladies might think no, but yes. When alpha was activated, these mice beat all the others by displaying more drive and perseverance. So can a man really become an alpha male if he works hard enough on his game? Seems like the answer is yes. And I wholeheartedly agree with M here. Because I went through a stage of being a beta male, right? Oh, Tommy, you gotta read it. You gotta read it. You can even rent it at the library now if you don't want to buy it, but you gotta read it. But even I went through a stage where I was on my beta for a little while. I had lost my mojo, and I was on my beta, and I got back to my alpha, and that's where we sit today. So she says she's going to define alpha versus beta male based on what she feels about it. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to compare M's comparison to Courtney's, all right? We're going to compare the two, see if they're in line, if they're in lockstep, and if Mary, is Mary going to agree with both M and Courtney, or Courtney or M, one or the other. No. Well, there were two things. I had a major health scare where I almost died, and then after that, there was a bad breakup. So I had a combination of things. All right. So her alpha male definition is, she took it from the knowledge of men after a quick Google search, apparently. She believes being an alpha male is all about being the alpha of your own life. It's about leading yourself and those you care about to a bigger and better future. It's about knowing your values, being in integrity with yourself, and dominating your unique path in life. Do you know what you value and live? Do you know what you value and live by it every day? Do you have a vision that is bigger than yourself and that you are actively working to bring into reality? Or do you set firm boundaries in your life and stand up for yourself and prioritize your own well-being still acting kind, compassionate, and respectful to the needs of others, then congratulations, you are exuding alpha behaviors. Listen, I support this. I support this definition wholeheartedly. I would say, in my opinion, this is closest to being alpha, true alpha that you're gonna get along the good guy alpha spectrum. This right here. This is a great definition of this. All right. An alpha male leads himself first. All his best qualities stem from that. And honestly, the idea that you need to compete with other men at all is what keeps you insecure. Constantly comparing yourself to others takes you off your own game. You're less likely to be successful if you're not focused. Having a sense of confidence without a need to denigrate others and an unstoppable drive towards your own goal is what makes a true alpha male. I'm with it. I'm with that. Now that's from Knowledge of Men. That ain't her definition. She just got it from somewhere. But she agrees with it. And I agree with that too. I actually like that more than what I had come up with on what an alpha male was. I like that a lot better. Now she's going to define a beta male. By contrast, the beta male definition would be a guy who tends to follow a group. He submits to the opinions and direction of others. Because betas are living their lives this way, they're typically less happy. Beta males can be passive-aggressive, jealous, clingy, impatient, demanding, and in the worst cases, even violent. Again, beta guys, unlike alpha guys, don't take charge of their own lives, so when things aren't easy, they sulk or throw a tantrum instead of confidently driving toward a result. Damn, M, you spitting. I like that too. I like that too. Now we're in the home stretch. We're in the home stretch now. We're at the topic of the live and Summit. What are you talking about? Hold on. Summit. Did I say the word summit? Or did you mean to say submit? Because I don't think I said that either. But we're here. We're here. We're here. This is where we're at. We're in the home stretch right here. This is it. Do women prefer the alpha male? So far, we'll see. Where did I say submit at? You lost me. Oh, okay. He submits to the opinions. All right. Yeah, they do. They do. But a lot of people do that. All right. All right. So, does M Loves prefer alpha males? Does she? Is she speaking for the ladies right now? Let's hear what M got to say. From what you read above, the reason might be obvious. Doesn't everyone want to be with someone who's confident enough to create their own happiness and not depend on outside approval to feel good about himself? Yep. But there's more. I also want to know the man definitely typo. I also want to know the man that can protect me. This is an evolutionary tendency that women may not even realize they have, but they do. You're biologically wired to want to be protected. Back in our history as species, men who could physically make a woman feel safe and protect the family from threats were more useful and therefore attractive to women. Today, we may not need that as much, but we're still wired to feel attracted to alphas. That said, I love leaders. I like guys who know what they want and are moving towards achieving it. You hear what M said? That's what M said. This is what she said. Now, okay. M's now gonna give us a few reasons as to why. And she's gonna make a comparison here between alpha males and beta males and how they behave in certain ways and what she likes. Let's hear what she's got to say. All right. These two in dating, a comparison with them in dating. Women love alpha guys who can lead them on a date. This means several things. Giving her TDL, time, date, and location. I know y'all love that. I don't even negotiate this with you. And so I know some beta males, they be shucking and driving with this. I don't, right? I ask you on a date, I'm telling you the time, the date, and location. You don't have any say in it. This is what it is. You're gonna be available at this time or you're not. If you're not, then you can give me times that you're available and then we can work from there. But otherwise, there's no negotiations. I'm picking that. That is what it is. While a beta male might try to ask her out by simply saying, "Let me know when you're free." These beta males sure do love that line, "Let me know when you're free." An alpha male is going to communicate a definite plan that requires a yes or no. Listen, I don't like giving you options to say anything but yes or no. All right? I don't want to give you options for you to be shucking and jiving and shuffling and hemming and hawing. I'm going to give you information. I want your yes or I want your no, and I want to move on. I'm busy. I don't got time for all that. That's that being direct. If a woman has to play alpha on a date, that means she's deciding where they go, what they do, and when. She's splitting the bill, and she's demonstrating leadership, especially that splitting the bill. Now, y'all go back and look at the post that I made last week, which, by the way, I made all those posts because I wanted to see how bad y'all act up, and you didn't disappoint. But the post that I did about that, about splitting the bill, just go read the comments. Just go look at last week's post. The last, we'll say 5 to 7 posts, and people were wilding. Okay. When this happens, the woman's view of the beta male shifts to feeling sorry for him and becoming disinterested because she knows deep down that he cannot protect her and would not be able to protect her children. Okay. She likes when the alpha male kind of bounces new locations on a date. She likes it if you'd be like, "Hey, let's go check out a couple other places, after dinner or something, to make things interesting," because then she feels like you're leading things. She wants you to make the move with the first kiss. Obviously, an alpha male is going to lead in that. He's going to be confident, giving date strong eye contact, swooping in for the kiss. When she asks him questions, he's going to be decisive. He sets up the next date before the end of the first one. Yep, I do that as well. Walks her to her car or Uber. Next is body language. Alpha males take up space. They sit with their legs apart and lean forward a little, while beta guy sits with his legs crossed, arm folded, in an otherwise closed manner. The more space a guy takes up physically, the more confidence he displays, hence an alpha's open body language. An alpha guy also has great posture, takes care of his body, while a beta guy might look a little less confident and less fit. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tell M's no on that part right there. All alpha guys are not physically fit. They're not. I know a lot of alpha guys with dad bods, all right? They used to be physically fit, but they got dad bods now. So, finally, an alpha guy will use light physical touch and hand gestures in his communication, while a beta won't necessarily feel as comfortable doing that. Facts. Ways that they communicate. Alphas are more confident in their communication, even when they're not in person. Alphas aren't afraid of the phone. In fact, he's confident with his conversational skills that he'd rather just speak to a woman than text her. Yes, to an extent. Sometimes I'll stick to texting because I don't generally have a lot of time to talk on the phone because I can text someone and multitask, whereas to make a phone call, that means I have to actually block out a block of time, and sometimes it's very difficult to do that. When he texts, he only does it for practical reasons. To send her a TDL or to confirm a date, for example. If he has more to say, he'll call her. On the other hand, a beta guy will rely on texting and may even be more expressive over text than he is in person. With the alpha guy, when it comes to calling, he does have limits, though. Above all else, he prefers in-person communication. I cannot stress this enough. I'm not going to lie. I'm not one that likes to spend a lot of time on the phone. I prefer in-person communication. Period. That's my preference. It's not always possible because sometimes, like I do talk or date people that live far away when in-person communication isn't always possible. Then, FaceTime or what have you is close. But I don't like to spend shit ton of time on the phone and a shit ton of time texting either. Alpha males maintain a sense of mystery by not telling a woman everything about himself in the first 5 minutes. Nope, sure don't do that. He's accomplished, but he doesn't overwhelm himself. He doesn't overwhelm her with details of success. Yep, don't do that either. He lets those things come out and naturally over the course for a few dates. So she has a chance to really get excited about him as things unfold. That's the way it should be. You shouldn't be playing your whole hand up in the beginning. It's just that's rookie error. Rookie error. On the other hand, the beta guy, afraid he might not see her again unless he puts all of his cards on the table, will bore his date by talking incessantly about himself, or he might be insecure and play it off as sarcasm or by criticizing other people. A beta guy will apologize. Sorry to text you so late. Use passive language like lots of shoulds, woulds, and coulds. He says things like, we should hang out sometime or let me know when you're free. Yeah, they do. Motherfuckers love that. Listen, if I don't ask you out, I ain't saying nothing like that. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm not saying no shoulda, woulda, nope. I just won't say anything. He's not sure of himself when he speaks with women, and while alpha guys never apologize and are always direct. Alright, so the next few things. Oh, this one's good. Alphas know time when to walk away from a relationship. He knows his self-worth. He's satisfied with who he is. He knows what he will and will not deal with. Betas will tolerate way more. Never accept the first no. Alphas try at least 3 times before moving on. Or they'll make some kind of adjustment to see if they can get the yes after the readjustment. And he always asks what he wants. Betas definitely don't do that. So, listen. So M has pretty much said here, okay? M has said she prefers alpha males. And so far, what we have come to see here, the alpha male is the winner. Women want an alpha male. Now, this ain't nothing I didn't already know. I wanted to make this video because a lot of people asked me to make it, which is weird considering where they at, but they might watch it later, so whatever. And the fact that when a woman tells me she wants a beta male, all cap. All cap. Because everything that I talked about in this video tonight shows that women only want an alpha male or a beta male up to a certain extent. So she gets tired of those beta male characteristics and starts wanting an alpha male later. That's what women want. That's what women want. Now they're going to tell you, listen, they're going to tell you, fellas, if it's not. They're lying. One of the biggest things I like to follow is you never listen to what a woman says, you watch what a woman does, because it's usually contradictory. Usually what they do is actually how they feel, and what they say is generally just hot air. I'm just keeping it real. I'm keeping it real. That's been my experience. They like alpha. So if you're living in beta male land, and I get, everybody can't switch from beta to alpha. Everybody can't do it. So you're going to have to figure out how you can live in beta land and still be able to land a decent woman for you. I don't have any answers for you currently. I really don't. But that's what you're going to have to do. It's not built for everybody. You can't be a poser because people are going to sniff you out. And some will even call you out on it. Just don't do it. Don't bother. Just try to be, if you're a beta male, just be the best beta male you can be. You know, we don't hate over here. We don't hate. I'm not hating on y'all. I'm not hating on betas. Be the best beta male you can be. You know, I say this with anybody and anything they do. If you a hoe, then be the best hoe you can be. I mean, own it. Be the best. Shoot for excellence. It's better than being fake. It's better than being fake. Be excellent at what you are, no matter what it is you are. Be the best. And ride that confidently. But if you think that you can turn over, you can come on over to the alpha side, and you can do it confidently, then brother, come on over then. Come on over. We will welcome you if you can pull it off, brother. Okay? We'll welcome you. We'll welcome you. We will welcome you with open arms. But that's if you ain't gonna be a poser. We don't want no posers up in here, alright? No posers. Be the best beta male you can be. The best. Hold on. I'm gonna turn on Instagram like we get for shits and giggles because we're about to wrap the YouTube live up. But be the best. If you're an omega male, if you're about this omega male life, or you be the best omega male you can be. I don't know. You know, this particular live, I only gave like a 2-day notice. So, you know, I didn't give enough notice to promote it, and I didn't really give myself enough time to really promote this live. So, I'm working on that. But at least it's going to be in the replay, and people can watch it on the replay. And I'm going to be taking a creative break here coming up. I'm going to make a little bit more content, and then, do you subscribe? If you subscribe to my YouTube, you should be getting a notification. I know YouTube, Facebook normally gives notifications of when, but at some point I'm going to start doing something to where you guys can go check my schedule on my website. Well, Mary, I'm going to do it because And I'm willing to bet, Mary, you haven't, I'm pretty sure you haven't seen all of my content. I'm pretty sure you haven't. I've got enough content right now between YouTube, Instagram, and my podcast that I can promote, because I need to take a creative break to create more content. And so I have enough content to promote for a while I do that. But, so that's why. But listen. So if these beta males, listen, if you are a beta male out here, you be the best beta male you can be. Alright? Be the best. I'm not hating. Be the best. You an alpha male, be the best alpha male you can be. You hoe, be the best hoe you could be. You know, you a bad bitch, you be the best bad bitch you can be. You be the best at it. Just be the best. Strive for excellence. You can be an excellent hoe. Okay? You can be that. Just be excellent. Nobody's gonna make you feel bad about excellence. No matter what you do. Just be excellent. Strive for excellence. So that's what's gonna be it. That's gonna be it. I'm gonna it's gonna be yeah, so I got like I'm gonna put up a couple more pieces of content, and then I'm going to take a content break, and I'm going to focus on running my ads and focus on securing, you know, clients for my coaching business. Doing these lives, just creating this content, it's a lot of time. It's very time consuming. It takes up a lot of time and research and just doing all this stuff to bring this all to y'all. And I need to I need to get in this gym. I did my food prep today. I gotta just work on some self-care things, get my body right, and I just need to take a breather. And so I got enough content for y'all to enjoy while I take that quick break, because I'm looking at my numbers and I know y'all, not enough of you have seen the content. So basically what I need to do is promote what I have better than what I have, because there's a lot that y'all haven't seen, you haven't heard, and I'm gonna promote it. So, you know, I'm going to take a break so I can be the best coach I can be the best Gemini I can be the best petty MF I can be. I'm focusing on excellence. That's what we're doing. And if I decide to go into my hoe phase this summer, I want to be the best hoe I can be too. So that's what I'm striving for. That's what I'm striving for. So those of you that have been joining me for the last hour and 57 minutes on YouTube, I appreciate you. I am going to focus my attention back to the gram. I'm going to kick it with y'all on the gram for probably about 15-20 more minutes. And then I'm taking my ass to bed because I got to get up and go to the gym in the morning myself. Finish eating my candy because my last little sweet piece before I get serious about my diet and exercise. And I'm going to enjoy that. But those of you that got me on YouTube, thank you. Please, before y'all leave this thing, make sure you like the video. Please like the video so I can get my stuff in rotation on YouTube. So when you leave the video and it ends, please go like it. I would appreciate that, y'all. I am out on YouTube. Thank you. I will be back on March 9th. I'm not going to lie, I don't remember what the topic is at the moment. But I'll be live on March 9th at 8:30. So come join me March 9th on 8:30 for the next live on YouTube. Thank you. This is Deeper One. I'm